50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and together with my friend Sam Garlep, we're reading every chapter of my Harry Potter fanfiction from when I was 13. This is book 4 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Phantom Farter. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Start of a new year of the show, not a new season though, and Sam Garlep returns.
May I say, we're back, baby.
We're back, baby.
Yes, Harry Potter and the Boys, stick it right into my veins, into my bloodstream. I can't get enough of this freaking podcast.
Oh, they need a safe injecting room.
Seriously,
for this podcast.
Oh my God. Yeah, they should.
Imagine that, like, there's a safe injecting room where they inject this podcast into your ears, and it's like, that's right, you are not going to be so entertained that you'll die. We've given you the right dose.
Yes, everyone that is a fan of the podcast, that you sit in a room on like a comfy chair, like a dentist chair, you go back, and they've got. There's no AirPods. It's all the wired headphones.
Yeah, true.
So they're literally
it's going straight. There's no latency.
No,
it's going straight
in your
into
ear
your
holes.
ears. Yeah.
And you can all just look at each other, kind of lay back in bliss.
Yeah, because we're always, when we do the pod, we obviously are we're doing what we think is the recommended dose of the pod. But the dosage might vary. So some of you could overdose from this podcast.
If anyone is listening to this at 1.5 or even 1.75 speed.
Yeah. You are
holy dooly,
dangerously close to an overdose of the pod. And
if you go any faster, the LPM, per minute,
it's too much. Because think about it. If we're averaging 1 LPM, if you're going 2 times speed, suddenly you're doing your 2 LPM, which doesn't sound high, but if each L is lasting a sixth of an M, right? So that's 10 seconds, which is possible. Then you're going to be spending 2/6 or 1/3 of a minute laughing. That's a lot.
And if you divide that by pi, it will get the maths there didn't really work for me, because if we're only producing 1 LPM, I'm a bit disappointed about that. One laugh per minute.
What do you reckon the LPM should be?
Sorry, but the fact that then you're saying those laughs will last 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's actually quite a while, isn't it? That's a big laugh. There you go. There's 1 10-second laugh.
No, I don't even think it was, but imagine just you find a podcast so funny, but you laugh once for a 10-second stint, and then don't laugh for another
every minute.
Yeah, for another 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure at some point we did ask the listeners of this podcast to someone to go back and actually calculate the LPM, the average LPM. But then I guess it's also
there needs to be an LPM, a CPM, a chuckle.
Yeah, CPM,
maybe
a sniff, an SPM.
Yeah, you've got that. There's the exhale through the nose.
Yeah, but it's like it varies from person to person as well. Like,
true.
Bloody John Citizen over here might be doing 2 LPM. Jane Citizen over here, who knows? She could be doing 5. Yeah, maybe she just thinks everything.
And John and Jane Citizen, 2 have new Patreons. So thank you
so much.
They're a married couple.
Yeah. With very different LPM output.
Yeah, but so thank you guys for
thank you so much. As we mentioned, the Patreon, you get an extra 10 minutes every week before the show of me and Sam, often just doing gossip. And you can sign up, patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys to jump on there. We would love...
there was some exclusive content. If you sign up for the Patreon, if you listen to this week's Patreon episode, you will hear what Mike and Sam's favorite T-shirts from when they were
at school. And which famous television personality in Australia bullied Mike at school, and it might have been racially motivated.
Maybe.
Take that, Daily Mail. Put that in your headline.
That'd be good. If we get a Daily Mail journalist to maybe sign up for the Patreon.
To hear that, because we'd never say that on the main pod.
Yeah.
And also it's clickbait as AF.
Yeah, but that's the point.
What,
hey, it's time for us to get them back.
That's the daily model. That's the Daily Mail's model. The Daily
Oh,
Mail.
yeah, okay, yeah, gotcha.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man. No.
I only signed up for the Daily Prophet,
Hey!
which, as we should probably re-mention, this is a Harry Potter
fan fiction
podcast.
Now, I think it's interesting because, like, aside from Hamish and Andy, who take 3 months off at the end of the year, I think we might be the last podcast to come back in 2025. We did take a long time off. I think it just got a little bit out of hand.
I feel like we were both going away, but not for that long.
No,
I think we both went away for about 2 weeks.
I went for a week.
I went for about 10 days.
Yeah, I turned 30. You turned 37,
no,
8, 39.
No way.
Oh, how old are you now?
I'm like 40. The same age as you.
Yeah, okay.
Plus 2.
Okay.
And
then Christmas, and then New Year's, and then January's a bloody write-off.
Oh my God.
You're going to fucking bring the podcast back in January. No. What, are we crazy?
No one's listened to a podcast in January.
No, that's it.
That's for sure.
That's it. And I think, and then we started hanging out because we might be doing some more sketches with Jack Post.
Yeah.
We've got some really cool ideas there, and we started hanging out.
So, but what we're really doing is we're really just buttering Jack up to be a guest on the podcast.
True. Yeah, that would be good.
But no, but I feel like because we've been hanging out, I'm like, oh yeah, the podcast is back.
Oh yeah, we used to do a podcast.
I'm like, the podcast is back.
Wow, we should do the podcast. Yeah. God, we haven't done that in ages. Like, I guess, like, do we talk about our trips, or is it just too, like, it was so long ago? I've caught up with you outside of the podcast and heard about your trip.
Oh, because I've actually got, it's Harry Potter related, some of my trip.
Yeah, but now I'm like, do you want to tell that here?
I don't know where else I'll tell it.
I
guess everyone can, like, individually message me and say, how was your trip a month ago?
Tell it. I mean, we have to talk about something for the next 10 minutes.
Well, I went to Japan. Yeah. It was awesome.
Oh, man. How good was that carbonara udon place that me
so good.
Me and Claire recommended?
Was so good.
Oh, my God. It's called, so guys, if you're going to Japan, non-spons, but Shin Udon in Shinjuku, I think it is.
Yeah,
in Tokyo. It is, you get the carbonara udon noodles with tempura bacon.
Oh my God.
Your mouth's watering.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
It's very popular. There's like a lot, like, you sign up for a line.
You get a ticket. A ticket to the line.
Yeah. But then they're really good with lines over there because you can just, you get a little ticket and it's also online. So you can see where you are in the line.
It's
you
like,
just leave.
Come back at this time and you'll come in. So then you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's a 45-minute wait, which sucks, but we don't have to physically be here.
Yeah.
Let's go, like, get a drink or just go for a walk or something, and then you come back.
It worked out really well. We were like, we were thinking even if we're going for dinner that night, we're like, maybe we'll go in the morning and get in the line.
Oh.
But then we went just after it opened, like 11:15, and then it was like, oh, you'll be in like half an hour. We're like, oh, okay. And then we end up having for lunch. It was
I want to do it again.
It was so good.
You know what? I would fly to Tokyo just to go there.
I was just, you know what? I was just looking at, so this is non-sponsored as well, but Jetstar were doing like a free return Japan.
Yeah, we saw that. And Korea.
Like, God, I'm like looking at the cheapest one. I'm like, you can get to Japan and back for like $500.
That's not much money. Well,
it is, well, depending
for a return flight.
Compared to what we paid for our flights.
Oh, yeah.
It would be good, but then I'm like, is it really, if you go in Japan in summer, is it really muggy?
I went in July, which was summer, and it was quite humid and hot, but it was still good. I think honestly the best time I've gone, because I've been 4 times, the best time general weather was probably in November when it was like not really winter, but it was cool and not hot, so it was just nice.
Yeah.
But then I went in January and there was a bit of snow and it was like freezing, but I remember it being like a really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway.
Yeah,
we can have this chat somewhere another time. But the main part I wanted to talk about was that I went. Mel booked for me as a present, but then she went as well. It'd be weird if she didn't. We went to Universal Studios in Osaka.
Oh wow!
I just thought, whenever I see you look up at the sound waves on the screen, I'm like, have I been recording my microphone? Because this has happened before.
Just for perspective, and I know we're kind of detouring like all around here, but the way we record this pod is me and Sam are facing the desk, my desk, which then we can see the sound waves that we're recording, like into the computer. And like there has been times, as the listeners will know, that sometimes we've spent 15 minutes recording and then I look and kind of get distracted because I realize that one microphone hasn't been recording the whole time.
And it's always mine.
Yeah.
So,
but as far as I can see, the sound waves are fine. So I think we're okay.
Yeah. So we went to Universal Studios in Osaka.
How good?
It was so good. So it has Mario World, has Harry Potter World, and then they were the main attractions.
Bit of Jurassic Park,
Jurassic
around.
Park, Jaws.
Jaws makes an appearance.
DK, Donkey Kong. That's
DK,
kind of in Mario.
Yeah, that's Nintendo. Well, it's Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Land.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they had like Elmo World.
Oh, that's right.
Minion World.
Oh, did you go on that Minions ride?
I did go on a Minions ride.
Oh, can I just tell you a quick detour on that? So the Minions ride at Universal, my parents went there and mum came back and she was like, "Oh, Mike, that Minions ride, I thought I was going to die."
What?
Right? And then,
it can't be the same what I'm talking about.
I think it is, but like, hear me out. So me and Claire had the same response as you. And then we're like, all right, let's go on this Minions ride. Oh yeah, we're going to die. I nearly vomited on that ride. But I didn't think I was going to die, but I got motion sickness.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
Because
you're like in a big car and it doesn't move. Like
it goes up and down.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't physically move.
Are you wearing a VR thing?
I don't know. I can't remember.
But yeah, I remember that one because it seemed like most of the ride was they just ferry you from one room and go, now we're going to explain something about the ride. And then you go to the next, and then you go to the next room like, now line up vertically. Now when you go into here, make sure you don't do, and it's going to be a scary experiment. And then they go, okay, next room, another door closes. And now line up horizontally.
Yeah.
In your same groups.
And they're telling you all this safety stuff, and then you get on, you literally just sit down. That's all you have to do.
You sit down like on a chair.
They could say, hey guys, just head in there and sit down.
Yeah.
But instead there's like 3 rooms you have to go to, and Gru in Japanese Steve Carell comes on and does Japanese Gru.
So we didn't understand it anyway.
We couldn't understand the safety messages,
Anyway. Yes, which, look, similar thing in Harry Potter World, and I haven't been to any of the Harry Potter theme parks before.
Yeah.
So this was like absolutely amazing.
It's pretty cool. It's like the Hogsmeade Village and Hogwarts.
So you're walking through the forest at the start, and then you see the car is the flying car is going to crash her in the way.
Yes.
You've got a photo with that.
Oh, nice. We should put that on the Insta.
I'll see if I'll get Mel's permission because she's in it as well. Actually, they were very funny. I want to put them up.
Yeah, let's put them on that.
Yeah,
I'll tag you.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Cool.
Because I was trying to be funny. Mel was like, I don't know what to do. She saw the person before her like pretended to do a spell, but then we didn't have a wand.
Yeah.
And then this little kid who came and gave us their wand.
Oh, Japanese kid or
I have no recollection.
Oh, okay.
Of that. But then because then we ran.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck, free wand.
Wait, you stole it?
Yeah.
And then you see the Hogwarts Express.
Yeah. And then, I'm like walking a full-on Hogsmeade. It was so cool.
It's pretty cool. And then, did you happen to find, it's sort of hidden, but like, you can go into Ollivander's and there's this little show in Ollivander's.
Yeah.
Oh, you did do that?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought it was funny. Like, obviously there's a guy in there and he's playing a staff member of Ollivander's.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's playing Ollivander, but he does in front of the audience, like the scene from Harry Potter where Harry gets his wand.
He chooses something. And Mel and I were like, oh, God, I hope Mel gets chosen.
Yeah, I wanted to get chosen, but they chose Japanese guy.
Yeah, weirdly, when we went in with our group for the Ollivander scene where they reenact like Harry Potter, they didn't choose the 32-year-old guy with a beard to be the
Harry Potter.
And they
couldn't believe it.
So random. They chose the 11-year-old girl.
That's so weird. Harry Potter's not even a girl.
And she knew all the spells, but it was annoying.
I think, and then at the end, because he's obviously in character, he's like, oh yes, the wand chooses and like very like in character. And at the end, everyone's ushering out, the lights go on, and I went to the guy and I was like, thanks so much, mate. Thinking he'd be like, no worries. Like break character, but he didn't break character. He was just like, no worries. See you soon.
Yeah. So, come again for the wand.
Yeah, that's it. I was like, I know you're not. I know you don't work at the one store. You can just be a human with me.
I do. What did I say? I do. It's like you're not gonna. You're not gonna. I'm not like an undercover.
Yeah. I'm not a what do they call it? Mystery shopper?
Mystery shopper. An aura, you say? No, I'm just a normal human.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if you ever need a wand, Mr. Ordinary Human, I'll be here. We will be here.
It's like, okay, can I have one of these? Just go into the gift shop in the next room and purchase one with the other people. It's like, so okay. It was kind of fun because it was half in English, half in Japanese. I'm like, so no one. Well, I mean, sorry, some people are understanding everything, but most people are probably
half and half.
But
you have
less.
Enough context from the movies to kind of piece it together, right?
It was pretty cool, but then there was this baby who was like babbling. Not a baby, it was like a toddler. They were old enough to know better.
Oh, I hate that.
And I was like,
hate those toddlers.
And I don't usually do this, but when they were doing the scene, I was like, shh.
You did? Did you actually?
I think I went, shh.
So,
and then their parents took them out.
What else did you find in Harry Potter World?
Well, the funny part about going to is because have you been to? Are there ones in other cities that it's purely Harry Potter World? You go and just see the Harry Potter studio.
We did that in London. So that's not like a theme park; it's like a museum.
Yes.
Kind of,
so like Mel's been to that one.
That's cool.
And I guess the difference here is I'm like, wow, I'm walking into Hogsmeade and I'm just picturing like all the movies that are in there, and I'm like, I'm really in the zone. You slightly get taken out of it because being a multi universe Universal Studios, there are people from the other worlds in there, and what is very popular in Universal Studios is you buy these big hats from the Super Mario. So so it really takes you out of it when I'm like, oh, I'm lining up for the 3 broomsticks and getting a butterbeer, and then like. There's just like 3 Yoshis walk past and everyone is wearing a hat that is from Super Mario.
Yeah.
Like, DK is walking. I'm like, it's not quite, kind of takes you out of it.
It's, when you, it's funny because like I did a tweet when we got back from Japan recently because when you're at the top of one of the roller coasters there, the Jurassic Park roller coaster, at the very peak of like the incline, you can see Hogwarts and Hogsmeade and Nintendo World, like the Princess Peach Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Just like right next to each other. And I just did a tweet being like, who would have thought that whole time Harry Potter and Super Mario lived next door to each other? They could have helped each other out.
Totally.
Yeah, but anyway.
Oh, my God.
It is funny. You're just like walking around Hogwarts and Donkey Kong's
I just thought in Mario Kart, there's that level where you go along that giant eel squid. Maybe that's the giant squid.
Oh,
Harry
true.
Potter.
Possibly. Which Mario Kart's that? The one on Switch?
Yeah, one of them. You go underwater and you drive along a...
Anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, we're not used to doing... We're a bit rusty.
Yeah, we're a bit rusty. But you know what? Rust is only the truth wearing away. That's what Dumbledore
Why are we doing
would say.
We were doing this recently.
I can't remember. Well, no, it was when we did we're coming back. The pod's coming back.
Oh, yeah, we have. Oh, so we are back.
Yeah, we are. We shouldn't be this rusty.
So, loved Harry Potter World. Awesome. I got a little wand pen. I didn't get a wand because I was like, they're a bit. And they only had the ones that they've interactive ones, the little light at the end now.
Oh yeah.
But they didn't have the non ones. They were all interactive.
Yeah, no, don't like that.
So I got one that's pen. That's pretty cool.
One pen.
And got a butterbeer, and then I also got motion sickness on the
ride.
On the ride, because you're wearing this VR goggles, and I've got
swinging you around,
and I've got all the characters all in Japanese.
Yeah.
So I've got these like kind of animated, kind of whatever. I'm like swinging around through the air, and I've got Hagrid going Shizukani,
and then the Dementors are flying around.
And I felt so sick after it. I was like, I'm not sick. I'm like, I'm so sick.
I felt sick.
I felt so sick.
Yeah, it's pretty fun though. The butterbeer is pretty good.
Yeah. Then we saw a hippogriff show.
Oh.
Yeah, people came out in
animatronic or real one.
I think it was 2 people in a suit.
Okay, so neither.
And then 3 other people acting, and I just thought those are fun acting jobs, but they probably also kill you inside a little bit. But
I reckon I'd love to be a hippogriff full time
hippogriff. Hey, don't rule it out.
Don't quit your day job.
Don't rule. I mean, I'm sure you can apply.
Yeah, I knew a few people who worked at Universal Osaka in the Harry Potter world. So
who?
A guy that went to our school who was like a dancer and did some of the shows there and some of the parades and stuff.
He was a hippogriff.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he was. Wait, a hippogriff or a hypocrite?
Oh,
that's how they get you. All right, should we do the double F?
Maybe we should.
I'm gonna say.
I'm sure there's way more for us to catch up on. Maybe we should.
There is. We should. Maybe we do a bonus app next time when we're not as rusty.
Yeah, and also like, I think Mike, you've had a huge couple days of work.
Yeah,
I've had some car trouble.
Yeah. Oh my god.
My car was. You know, if you've ever been in really busy traffic and your car stops working. Yeah.
You don't want to be there.
You get a few beeps.
You
get a few beeps and
angry people.
And I don't know if anyone else has this, but I feel like I always see the hazard light button when I'm having a bit of fun. But when I'm in an emergency, I could not I could not find the hazard light button in my car.
And how else do you tell people that you've got your hazard?
I just put my hand out the window, but I actually needed that hand for the car.
Oh god.
Anyway,
we pick up, Sam. I checked. The last chapter from last year was chapter 14, I think, Rita Fuller Sheeta. And from memory, it was like she was interviewing all the champions of the Madge Olympics that were coming up. You're looking at me like I did not remember.
No, I'm just going to get that memory out of...
pop it in the
Ponsieve and watch that back.
Well, we pick up with chapter 15. First one for the year, not for the season. The season is already underway, but the year has just begun. Well, not really. But Sam... We usually start by reading the title of the chapter, which is, for the first time in 2025,
Chapter 15, Horseshoe Potatoes, Wigs and Disguises.
Ooh. Now, I think we have heard of Horseshoe Potato, and I'm pretty sure last year, last year in the chronology of the book, so in book 3, Mr. Charger was seen coming out of Horseshoe Potatoes, and I think it was a red herring that made you believe even more that he was Monsieur Charger. But it
wasn't.
Had more nefarious.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't. Maybe he had more nefarious reasons for being there. But Sam, let's see.
Then why was Monsieur Charger in the Horseshoe?
No, Monsieur Charger wasn't. Mr. Charger was,
and
they're not the same person.
No,
which you'd know.
Well, which was a great part of the debate in the whole book.
Yeah, true, exactly. Well, the only debate.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
The boys were enjoying having a generally quieter year at Hogwarts, aside from Derek, who was freaking the fuck out and absolutely crumbling under the pressure of the Madge Olympics. That's first LPM. At one stage, he got really bad diarrhea, but not spelled correctly at all. At one stage, he got really bad diarrhea, and Madame Hooch said it was from stress.
Madame Hooch, she hasn't popped up much.
No, and Madame Hooch was filling in at the hospital wing because Madame Pomfrey left on long service leave on a trip to the Philippines and Iran.
Oh, they're really on different sides of the planet, aren't they? The Philippines to Iran. Like maybe you do Philippines, Fiji, stretch to Hawaii.
Maybe.
But then to fly all the way across to Iran.
Yeah, those are your two bucket list items, I guess. You got LSL,
What's LSL?
Long service leave.
Long service leave, yeah. Get over to Iran and the Philippines.
And I don't know if Madame Hooch has any kind of experience there. She seems to be just the...
No.
Hang on. What did she do besides... She taught people how to fly the brooms.
Yeah, but Madame Hooch isn't going on long service leave.
No,
Madame Pomfrey is.
No, but she's filling in at the hospital.
She doesn't have... I thought you meant she didn't have experience in Iran. No, you're saying she doesn't have experience as the school
when Madame
nurse.
Pomfrey was famously a war doctor. She was an army doctor.
Know. We do know because remember, Monsieur Charger was in the army, the French army.
Oh my god! So maybe Pomfrey and Charger were in the military together.
It's quite possible.
Charger gets injured. Pomfrey is
the healer.
Doctor.
Yeah, the doctor. Yeah, but Pomfrey's not a doctor. She's a madame.
Ah, well then she's okay.
Yeah.
Well, she could have been a medic then. She could have been a medic.
Could have been the medic. Anyway, it's probably irrelevant.
But what is Madame Hooch?
She's the flying teacher. Yeah.
That's it?
Maybe she does at our school, remember there was the violin teacher and the viola teacher and the trumpet teacher. Yeah. And they're just they're teachers, but they're just kind of around. They're not. Is that fair?
It is. But I then would say that for a music teacher, you still keep teaching them up to. You can teach students up to like year 12,
Yeah,
whatever. But surely you teach them how to fly the broom in first, second year, and you're kind of done.
But that's what I mean. Like, are you ever done learning an instrument? Like, is it not just like, hey, like, you know, I teach brooms from like grade 1 to 7, and we keep like doing new skills, and we can specialize in racing or Quidditch or just transport brooms or something. I don't know. Like, or she's a contractor that just comes in to do Quidditch.
She's usually like a 2-day-a-weeker.
Yeah, she's a part-timer. And she works for like Quidditch Australia on the rest of the week.
Never knew that about Hooch.
Yeah, well, put it in the wiki.
Yeah.
Put it on the wiki?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. Haven't seen much activity on the wiki lately,
really?
guys. That's disappointing, I'm going to say.
Well, I think it's a bit pot kettle Sirius Black because...
What's that?
As in calling the pot...
Oh, calling a spade a spade?
Calling the kettle black.
Oh, right. Well, if you listen to the Patreon...
there's someone...
You might hear something else about...
Anyway, I was saying that we're being a bit hypocritical, saying that people haven't been active on the wiki because we haven't been active on the podcast.
Nah, because I feel like... Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I feel like the wiki was inactive before we stopped. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see a few articles on the wiki this week, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And we're not going to be annoyed if there's not.
I might be.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to not let things annoy me. I'm trying to, like,
is that your New Year's resolution?
At least the last 24 hours, I'm like, just water for ducks back.
Yeah, true. Compared to what you've bloody been through.
Like, when my car broke down last night, thought, it's all good. Water for ducks back, just walk home. Then I got home, and I'd been to Bunnings, and I was like, here's the thing got from Bunnings. Mel's like, oh, we've already got that. I'm like, this is the thing we looked at online. She's like, oh, yeah, I do already have that. I'm like, oh, so I didn't need it. All good. Water for ducks back. Water for ducks back.
I'd take it back.
Then this morning, car broke down again. I thought, water for ducks back. It's all good. Everything's fine.
Road closures.
Hey, water for ducks back.
Yeah.
Hey, Donald Trump wants to buy Gaza and build it himself. Water for ducks back.
Water for ducks back. Didn't he say he wants to make it like a resort town?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's all good.
Well, maybe Madame Pomfrey will be going there soon.
Yeah.
She's in the area.
Okay, she'll sort it out.
Let's go.
Okay. It was a quaint afternoon one Saturday, and the students were allowed to head on a Hogsmeade weekend trip.
Nice.
Tom was hoping to visit Zonko's sex shop, which sold all kinds of magical sex items, and Luke was hoping to check out a new cafe.
Now, I actually like that because Zonko's was the joke shop. Yeah. But then by all accounts, Weasley's Weezers came in and ate up their business by becoming a joke conglomerate.
They've had to pivot into a poke shop.
Yeah. There you go. A poke shop. Yeah, sorry, I missed that. And Luke wants to check out a new cafe. That's awesome.
That is, yeah. I mean, that checks out.
Yeah.
Well, like, Tom has been very sexually charged.
Sexually interested. Yeah.
Although I feel like Hogsmeade, there should be. I mean, it's not a children's town or anything. There's a pub and everything.
There would be a sex shop.
Yeah. Okay.
No?
There would be.
It's not there are no children's towns.
No, I guess there's not. No, but
it looks like it's toy box.
It's like, it should be child friendly.
Yeah, but everywhere's like, mate, there's dark underbellies to every city. Believe me.
Wow.
Believe me.
That's true.
Swan Street's pretty nice. There's not much dodgy stuff there. Bridge Road.
There's a few things.
Yeah, true.
But there's a new cafe I want to check out. Now, walking down to Hogsmeade, the boys saw many other students from Hogwarts. Dinguts, and Rubax mingling together.
Ooh.
Now, if you've forgotten,
the other schools
are here
for the Magilympics.
That's
very Triwizard Tournament-esque. Didn't Neville even call it the Triwizard Tournament?
Yeah. It was clear that all the students were getting along and starting to get excited for the Magilympics that was coming up very soon.
Nice.
That's great. A bit of camaraderie.
Yeah.
As they walked, Michael noticed... oh, God. I've forgotten how to read. As they walked, Michael noticed Olivia Flatchling walking nearby with a group of other Rubax students.
Ooh. Oh, and it's the
Then there's
song?
a song.
There's that girl that I like. Every time I see her, she makes me very shy. She is just so pretty that it makes me want to cry. I bet I could just go over and say hi. This is happening inside his head, remember?
In his head.
It's not
but
diegetic.
I'm like, why? Every time he says it, he just thinks of us. He's just staring at her, thinking of a song.
But Tom is having his sexual awakening, and this is Michael's sexual awakening.
But why is it in song?
I don't know. That's everyone experiences things differently.
Gosh, it's a bit. I'm reading. I was reading the Fourth Wing books.
Oh yeah, I want to read those. They're sexual.
They actually are.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
At parts, they're kind of but deep into the. I'm deep into the second one, and it's just a bit like, whenever they describe love for each other, I'm like, oh my god, we've heard this a million times. Oh, I just love, and he looks at me, and I feel a fire in my eyes.
Wow.
And whatever. I'm just like, yeah, okay.
That's how I feel about you sometimes.
Yeah, but it's just like this. It's a three.
Yeah.
Every 3 pages, you've got a paragraph or two about. Oh, I just couldn't live without him. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh, I like that. It's romantic to me.
What's happening with the dragons? But also like Harry Potter, they really do introduce it's like they set up the laws, and then the second book they're like, oh, and here's some other magic we forgot to tell you about in the first book.
Yeah. And it's always been there.
And it's always been there. And then the third one, and this is also another power that we just randomly haven't mentioned, even though it's been very convenient.
Yeah.
But
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah. That's, a t-shirt I have. I've got a t-shirt with that on it.
Love t-shirts. Patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys.
Okay. Michael walked robotically toward Olivia and her group of friends. She smiled and waved at him.
So I guess he's seen her and he's like, I gotta be cool. And he's like the Tin Man.
Yeah.
The Tin
You're doing the thing where you do same leg, same arm and you walk, which is just not right.
It's been act natural.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael,
she said happily. Michael projectile vomited in her face, similar to when earlier in the book from Gobby.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. There was the whole thing where they were vomiting.
Yeah, we haven't
Gobby.
seen Gobby in a while.
No, well, it looks like he might be here.
Wait,
maybe not.
This is just wrong. She wiped off the vomit and laughed.
See you around.
This is how I know.
She thinks it's cute.
So you're a girl, a guy vomits in your face. Yeah. Projectile vomits. You think that's funny and you keep walking.
See you later, Michael. You're crazy.
No. She can't. What is she? I just say that's odd.
Yeah, but this is how I thought the world worked.
Okay. You're an idiot, Sam said. And that's kind of how I'm feeling. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh. Even me wasn't here to cause vomit.
Gobby said, laughing, as he had just joined the boys. Just popped out of nowhere.
Even me wasn't there.
Oh, fuck off, Gobby. No one even likes you. We invited you because we felt sorry for you, dickhead, Michael said.
Misa doing shadow puppet show tonight in the Great Hall.
Gobby said.
Love the shadow puppets.
Yeah, that's continuing. As the boys moved into Hogsmeade, they visited all the usual shops that they would go to. They saw Professor Flitwick Jr. drinking a beer at the Hog's Head, looking antsy about something.
Oh, he's always looking a bit antsy, I think.
Yeah, he is. I feel like Professor Flitwick...
Something's going on there.
Yeah. And Professor Flitwick himself was a bit of an anxious guy, I reckon.
True, yeah.
Harry, Neville, Hagrid were sitting down and eating with a fat ghost and a fat cousin. And the boys assumed he was Uncle Vernon and Dudley.
Okay. And we saw that in the last book. They all had coffee together at Hogsmeade. And where was it? Madame Rosmerta was in the biggest tits of Hogsmeade.
I texted you over summer.
Yeah, you did.
I said there was something about Madame Rosmerta at the Harry Potter world.
Yeah,
and I can't stop laughing whenever I think of Madame Rosmerta.
Yeah,
and you were
she's
like
moonlighting.
But you were just like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, and then
I was
remembered.
Like, are you
biggest
kidding
tits
me?
Of Hogsmeade. Hermione was in it as well.
There's just not many people to. Anyway, but the grammar in that sentence was
pretty off. Yeah,
Harry, Neville, Hagrid were sitting there, and then they were eating with a fat ghost and a fat cousin. And the boys, how did they know
it was a cousin?
A cousin,
yeah.
Okay. Everything just feels so chill this year. It's so different to normal.
I like that
Rob
for the
said.
boys.
That's what I was thinking as I was driving down Bridge Road before my car broke down. Anyway. Rob, this is how things are going to be from now on, Michael said. The boys laughed, and the camera panned up toward the sky, where a nearby cloud appeared to show the face of Mufasa, who winked, and the screen faded to black.
Oh, good. It's a nice ending. This is how things are going to be from now on.
Ding. Uh-oh, Lockie said, pointing towards something. So the screen, whatever the screen is.
Come back.
Whatever that is. What is it? Said Luke. I smell trouble, Lockie said again. But he hadn't said that.
Oh, true.
So, Lockie said. What is it? I smell trouble, Lockie said again.
Or is it just saying he spoke again? Like anyway,
Okay.
You're right, it sucks.
You're right, it sucks.
You're right,
book
the book
sucks.
sucks.
Book sucks, you should never have written it. Mr. Charger could be seen wandering off the road towards some kind of hidden section of Hogsmeade. So what? We don't even need to follow him. Let's just chill this book, said
I
Rob.
like that. They're just like, we're not involved anymore.
Yeah. And why not? Just mind your own business.
Yeah. Didn't they say to Mr. Charger a few chapters ago, like,
Yeah.
we don't care. If you want to kill people, it's fine. Just leave us alone.
And surely you're like, we've just got to Hogsmeade. Like, kind of just want to go I want to check out this new
Get
cafe.
some butterbeer, the cafe. Tom wants to go
Like,
over to Zonko's sex
Do I
shop.
want to go and like follow someone maybe doing crime, or do I want to have a latte?
Yeah. I know the answers.
The answer to that.
I know what the answer is.
Yeah. But somehow a magical force pushed the boys to follow Mr. Charger.
Okay. So that's the Deus Ex Machina of the narrator, I guess.
Yeah. You're going to need to explain that again. Deus Ex.
It's just like where an act of God means you have to go here for no reason other than the book's telling you to.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
As they looked towards where he was heading, they noticed a large shop they had never seen here before. The sign said, this is me saying the sign said,
yeah.
But it's in italics. Horseshoe potatoes, wigs and disguises. Every disguise possible for the conniving witch or wizard or centaur.
And I like that, nothing about horseshoe potatoes is subtle. Like it's clearly like trying to read. The market is conniving witches or wizards. It's not like it's not a costume shop like the Masquerade down in Kew, very famous costume store, right? This is a disguise and swindling shop for conniving people or centaurs.
Or centaurs.
Yeah.
Which the fact that it's on the sign as witch or wizard, full stop, or centaur, I feel like it was just witches or wizards, and then maybe it's some complaints.
Centaur.
Or they were like, we need to diversify. There's been a lot of centaurs in here wanting to pass off as humans.
When we can serve the centaur, we're happy to serve.
Yeah, we're happy to. Well, let's advertise it.
That reminds me of a restaurant that used to be in Carlton that I think it was called. I think it was called Rice World.
Rice World,
and the slogan underneath was not just rice, which to me thinks they were like, guys, no one's coming in here. It must be because they think we just do rice. We do noodles. How do we let them know? And they're like, not just rice.
It's just like, scrap everything.
Start again.
Scrap everything, start again. Because we're like, oh no, we've said rice, or we have to dig ourselves out of this hole.
Yeah.
No, just...
We've always done noodles.
Just call it something else. Start again. That
Food World.
oh my God, my mate's mate, because I know about this business because I had their stubby holder.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, here's a stubby holder at their house.
Yeah.
Keep my beer cold. And I look at it, and the company's called Just Mulch.
See? Terrible name.
Just Mulch. And then all the dot points is like...
Not just mulch.
No, just weeding, whatever removal, something else, landscaping, blah, blah. I'm like, well, it's not just mulch.
Don't call your business
just anything.
Something. Yeah. Like, if you're running a business that sells, like, I don't know, God, what's something you can sell? Musical instruments.
Yeah.
You wouldn't call your company Just Guitars?
Just Guitars.
Ah, okay. Well, we're not going to go to Just Guitars because we're trying to buy a violin.
And I really wouldn't even like. I'm like, I wouldn't really want to buy a piano from Just Guitars
because they specialize in guitars.
Be like, it doesn't sound like it's going to be very good if I get it from Just Guitars.
Yeah, I agree.
You got a piano from Just Guitars?
Like,
must be shit.
It's just like, I don't trust the guys at Just Guitars that they know enough about pianos.
No.
Because it's clear that it's very possible at one point they were Just Guitars and then they're like, well, we can make more money if we expand.
Yeah.
But do they have the expertise? I think not.
Yeah. And if I want a gravel driveway, I'm not going to go to Just Mulch because even though they say they do gravel.
It's like, well, you specialize in mulch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that no one should ever specialize in mulch. As in, you are starting the mulch business. You probably know you're not going to just do mulch.
Yeah, that's true. Why would you? It's like if Netflix was called Just Movies. It's fundamentally not what it is. Just movies.
Just movies.
Okay.
There's a show.
There's a new show. Hang on a second.
Just movies.
I'm confused.
We don't just do movies.
Just movies. We do shows too.
We do shows too.
Yeah, crazy.
Anyway,
bit of a detour, but
that's
an analysis of horseshoe
I never
potatoes.
thought I'd get to tell anyone at the Just Mulch thing, but I was like, that annoyed me so much.
But I guess even with horseshoe potatoes, wigs and disguises, like, do they do, like, I guess disguises is pretty blanket, isn't it? Yeah. That's like your glasses with the fake nose and your stick-on scars and
eye patch.
Eye patch. But then I wonder why Wigs gets its own billing. Maybe they started as just Wigs.
I feel like Wigs is really that's a real skill.
Okay,
to make those.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep going.
Isn't there a horseshoe potatoes near Diagon Alley? I wonder why he's moved here. Michael asked.
I can think of a few reasons,
said Dimmy. Okay, name 2, said Sam.
Taxes,
said Dimmy. What do you mean by taxes? Said Sam.
The tax office,
said Dimmy. What does that have to do with horseshoe potatoes? Said Sam.
Sam, no offense, but you're being a dick and no one here is brave enough to call you out on it because of the warped power system you operate under. I'm calling it out, man. Disappointing.
Dimmy said. Dimmy responded. Gaslighting.
Everyone's
turning
been
back
thinking
on
it.
Yeah. Everyone thinking you're a dick, and
I'm the only one brave enough to call you out.
But Dimmy just had no reason. Okay, Mr. Charger. I even though I'm not that Sam, I am feeling attacked.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, man.
Mr. Charger emerged from horseshoe potatoes, wigs and disguises, with a bag full of what appeared to be wigs and disguises.
Oh, suspicious.
Yeah.
Wonder what he's trying to
And wigs
disguise.
and disguises are capitalized in the.
Yeah, true.
You
always have to recalibrate this one, don't you?
Oh, boys. Ha! Didn't expect to see you here. Oh, this? Yeah, it wasn't quite there.
That was great. I love
He said, pointing to the bag, I got this from Zonko's. I need to recalibrate.
I got this from Zonko's sex shop.
I got this from Zonko's sex shop. I saw Tom there. I'm really experimenting this year. Now that I found out I'm bi. Being bi is so crazy, said Mr. Charger. Mr. Charger said, cut the crap, Charger. What are you getting a wig and or disguise for? Michael said, grabbing his bag. Mr. Charger snatched his bag back. Don't even think about mentioning seeing me to anyone, or I'll kill you all. Mr. Charger said, something the matter here, Winston? A bold voice said from behind the boys.
Who could it be?
Mr. Charger
Who could
looked.
it be now? Sorry.
Suddenly scared and intimidated. No, nothing. Nothing at all, Professor. The boys turned around. It was Blade.
I love
Lockie's
Blade.
dad had come to save them. Everything genuinely was better this year.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone's always looking out for him.
But especially if Blade has just overheard, the last words he said was, I'll kill you all. That, something the matter here?
You'd really want to report that.
Your son is there. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Have I ever told you the thing about, this is crazy, but like in year 9 at school, we had like this RE, which is like religion assignment. And
to kill someone.
No. But it was like a 2-page sheet that was just questions and you were supposed to like research the answers on the internet. Like it was like a research project, right? And it was like Facebook was still pretty early. It was like back in the day when there was like, you remember like websites like Yahoo Answers and like Quora and stuff?
Yeah.
You could ask a question and users would respond.
Ask Jeeves.
So ask Jeeves.
Oh, no, but
Someone from year 9, like, has everyone got this exact same assignment? Someone just copied and pasted every question and put it on a Yahoo Answers, right? Like word for word. There could not be a dispute that this was a student from our school, from our year level, who was doing that assignment.
Yes, and like they've copy and pasted like Mr. Cleary at the bottom or something like that. No, sorry, I was just saying they've copied and pasted like a
teacher's name. No, but like, okay, but then a user online answered.
Okay.
And I mean, we'll never know the answer to this, but it was like, I think it was from a teacher from the school who had found it. And this is the best of my recollection of what it said, but it was so crazy. It was like, to the year 9 student, do you... To the year 9 student, do you actually think this constitutes as research? And then, I'm not joking, to the best of my recollection, I hope you burn in hell. I'm like, I mean,
this is the religion teacher.
I don't know who it was. It could have, like, the thing is, it had to be someone who knew the cameras just died. That's okay. Who knew that was an assignment and who knew that it was a year 9 religion assignment at our school. So could have been another student, but it could very well have been a teacher.
I hope you burn in hell.
And I remember, like, I thought it was hilarious because it sort of went viral around the school. Yeah. And I went to my mum and I was like, "Oh, mum, how funny is this?" And I read it out. Yeah. Mum was like, "What the hell did a teacher say?"
Oh my God.
And it was just back in the day, like, it was just total anonymous. Like, it was just untraceable
who wrote it. So funny. I want to look it up.
I doubt it still exists.
Yeah. To the year 9. Oh my God. I hope you burn in hell, said the religion teacher.
It is very religion, anyway.
Wow. Yeah. That's great.
Crazy.
How'd you go on the assignment?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Probably well.
You're like, Moses, he went to the reeds and whatever. Blade, I can't remember Blade's voice, but that's strange, Winston. I could have sworn you were just telling these boys you were going to kill them, Blade said, standing in front of the boys in a protective manner. Okay, so he did hear that. He was big, courageous, and handsome. Exactly what the boys needed in that moment, and exactly what a gay guy would be attracted to be perfectly honest.
Fair. That's fair.
You're like, not that I am, or I'm thinking, not that I'm No, Blade, you misheard. I said I was going to feel them. Metaphorically, of course. I'm bi, Mr. Charger said.
What does that mean?
You're bi.
It's okay. I mean metaphorically. I'm bi. I wouldn't do that.
You're bi? I thought you were gay, Blade said. Gay, bi, murderer. Why do you have to label anything? That's what I'm trying to teach in my classes these days. Not to label stuff. Putting labels on stuff I don't know. It's not good. It's not a good thing for society. It's a bad thing for society, said Mr. Charger. Run along, Winston. I've had enough of looking at you for now, said Blade.
Wow,
what a scene.
I love this.
Mr. Charger ran along byly.
I think
in a bi way.
But I think in the past it said that Mr. Charger walks gaily.
Oh, okay.
Now it's
a bit of a callback.
It is like, we're respecting how he identifies and he's running byly, not gaily.
Hey, it's bi people exist.
That's it.
Byly with his bag of wigs and or disguises as several centaurs exited the shop.
So there you go. It's good. Yeah, good they've got that market. Yeah, I love this book.
Come along, boys. Lockie, you know better than to be around a shop like this. Horseshoe Potato isn't a good person, and from what I've heard, his wigs and or disguises are of surprisingly low quality, Professor Lockhart said. Sorry, Dad, but we were honestly just suspicious of Mr. Charger, Lockie said. Now, I know you boys have had a lot of trouble at school, but honestly, you do not need to get involved with Mr. Charger. Just stay away from him. I'll take care of anything suspicious. I know I'm just a teacher now, but as you know, I was an aura for many years. I can handle it, Blade said. Thanks, Professor Lockhart, said the boys in unison. Well, I've got you. Have your friend Derrickson come find me when he can. At the moment, he won't stand a chance in the Magi Olympics, but I can help him, Blade said. The boys smiled. They knew that Blade had their... The boys smiled. They knew that Blade had their back this year, and nobody, not one person, was going to fuck with them. So stick it. End of chapter.
Wow, it's good to be back, man.
Wow. So stick it.
So stick it.
Do you think Stick It, the movie, just come out around then?
Very possible, but I've never seen it. So, yeah. But I do like that Blade is aware, at least, that Mr. Charger's a baddie. Because we have had Cheeseman Damo was sort of like the reasonable character who saw through all the shit. Mm-hmm. But I guess the thing with him was he has a past relationship with Mr. Charger, so he was a little bit biased. He didn't want to harm him.
He was bi.
Was he?
biased.
No, he was biased.
Oh, yeah.
He might have been biased.
He might have, yeah.
He wasn't the biased, as in he wasn't the most biased.
Yeah, because that would be Mr. Charger.
Well, we don't know in this world. Yeah, someone
He
must
says
be.
it a lot.
Yeah, true. He does want people to know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
It's good. Sorry, that Blade is a he seems the reasonable character, someone we can rely on.
Maybe
Finally, I mean, we have had Hermione in the past, but of course ignored because she is a woman. Not that I believe that.
No. But that's how the book
that is how the book. Sorry, the book is constantly ignoring women.
Yeah.
But suddenly they
Olivia Flatchling, she's popping in and out.
Why did she get vomited in the face of, and she just didn't think anything of it?
I don't know.
Even if someone,
I'm not going to try and pretend to understand how women's brains work.
No, come on.
They're just men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I sold that book on Facebook Marketplace for $5. Yeah, I told you last year.
You did actually.
Yeah.
I've tried. This is unrelated to the book, but then I was like, I should try to sell some stuff in Marketplace.
Oh yeah.
But I kind of had all these like clothes that are good that I've never worn. Like,
don't tell me the T-shirt that says Black Hole.
No.
Patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys.
But there's like, because my sister works for like a Lululemon, which is like fitness. And so I've got heaps of stuff that like I've never actually worn.
Yeah, you got for free.
But there's some other stuff as well. And I got Mel put them all up, and people, guys who are buying men's clothing on Facebook Marketplace suck, and they always are like, "Oh, can I have it for $5?" It's like it's listed for like 30.
Yeah. So no, I'm not giving.
And they're all telling her personal stories, and they all want to come over late at night.
Oh, that's so weird.
Like block, and then somehow you block them, and then they find you again.
Really?
So anyway.
We'll talk more about that next week.
So I've made no money on Marketplace. But
I saw like a massive TV on the street, 42-inch TV out the 42. Pretty big. No, it was like half the size of that TV there.
Yeah.
Took the car, went to pick it up.
Yeah.
Took a couple photos, put it on Marketplace. A guy said, "Hey, can I get this?" I put it up for $20. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yes."
Right.
He said, "Okay, I'm going to walk down." I said, "You're not going to be able to carry this on foot. It's a big TV. I can deliver it to you." He said, "All right, I'll give you $15 for delivery." They ended up getting $35.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah. Anyway, Marketplace Mike.
Wow, Marketplace Mike. I love it.
Yeah.
In your new era. Well, anyway.
Great to be back.
I'll
see you next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Next week we're going to bring some bit of oomph, a bit of X Factor. Pizzazz.
And a reminder, this episode of Harry Potter and the Boys was brought to you by the letter A and the number 12. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We will catch you next week. Goodbye, amores.
See ya.
Soya. Do you know that meme?
No.
Soya.
No.
I don't know what it is either, but I'll find it and send it to you.